The Honda ADV160 returns as one of 8 revived two-wheel models for the new model year, keeping its city adventure formula intact. With a 157cc engine, long travel suspension, and rugged styling, it blends daily commuting ease with light off-pavement capability at a genuinely accessible price point.
At the core of the ADV160 sits a 157cc liquid-cooled single-cylinder 4-stroke engine, the same ESP Plus unit that first appeared in Honda's popular PCX scooter. It uses a bore and stroke of 60.0mm by 55.5mm and a 12.0:1 compression ratio, paired with a single overhead cam and 4 valves per cylinder. A programmed fuel injection system with a 28mm throttle body manages delivery, prioritizing smooth, predictable power over outright top-end punch. It's a formula built around real-world usability rather than bragging rights, and it has proven durable across the ADV160's production run since debuting in Asian markets in 2023, before arriving stateside a year later. The enhanced smart power design also focuses heavily on emissions control and thermal efficiency, letting the engine run cooler under sustained city traffic while still delivering enough low-end torque to merge confidently and climb moderate grades without strain. Like every Honda scooter in this class, the ADV160 skips manual shifting entirely. Power reaches the rear wheel through a continuously variable V-matic automatic transmission connected to a final belt drive. Twist the throttle and go. There's no clutch lever, no gear pattern to memorize, and no hunting for the right ratio in stop-and-go traffic. This simplicity is a major part of the ADV160's appeal to commuters and newer riders, while still delivering smooth, linear acceleration whether navigating city blocks or back roads. Because the CVT constantly adjusts its ratio to engine speed, riders get consistent throttle response at nearly any pace, from crawling through a parking lot to holding a steady cruise on an open 2-lane road, without any perceptible shift shock or hesitation. The ADV160 borrows its suspension attitude from Honda's larger adventure scooter lineup. Up front, a 31mm Showa telescopic fork provides a class-leading 130mm, or 5.1 inches of travel, while dual Showa shocks at the rear supply 101mm, or 4 inches of travel. This long travel setup, unusual for a sub-160cc scooter, lets the ADV160 absorb rough pavement, potholes, and light gravel with more composure than a typical urban-only scooter, backing up its city adventure branding with genuine hardware rather than just styling. The rear shocks also use a remote reservoir design, borrowed from Honda's larger touring machines, helping maintain damping consistency even after repeated hits on uneven surfaces, rather than fading over the course of a longer ride. Braking confidence gets a boost from the standard front-wheel anti-lock braking system. In slick or unpredictable conditions, the ABS helps riders make firmer stops without locking the front tire and losing control. A meaningful safety net for a scooter marketed toward mixed surface riding. Combined with the long travel suspension, the braking setup reinforces the ADV160's positioning as more capable than a pure commuter scooter, without pushing the price into more serious adventure touring territory. For riders who split time between dry pavement and damp or gravel-strewn streets, that added stopping confidence can matter more day to day than raw horsepower ever would. Wind protection is tunable thanks to a 2-position windscreen that adjusts without tools. Riders can lower it for extra airflow on hot days or raise it for better protection against wind and weather on longer rides or highway stretches. It's a small but practical touch that reflects Honda's broader approach to the ADV160. Give commuters comfort features usually reserved for larger touring machines, scaled down to fit a lightweight, approachable package. Adjustments require no tools and can be made in seconds at a stoplight, so riders aren't locked into one setting for an entire commute, regardless of changing weather or speed. Practicality extends to cargo capacity. Flipping open the seat reveals a substantial 27-liter weatherproof main storage compartment, sizable enough for a full-face helmet, groceries, or a change of clothes. A separate 2-liter front compartment includes a charging port, giving riders a secure, accessible spot for a phone or small electronics while they charge on the move. Few scooters in this displacement class match that combined storage capacity, and it remains one of the ADV160's most functional selling points for commuters running daily errands. The main compartment's weatherproof seal also means groceries, a jacket, or work gear stay dry through sudden rain, removing the need for an aftermarket top box that many rivals still require.
The ADV160 uses Honda's Smart Key system, letting riders start the engine and unlock the ignition without inserting a physical key, as long as the fob is nearby. An answer back function flashes the turn signals to help locate the scooter in crowded parking, while an anti-theft mechanism locks the handlebar if someone attempts a forced start. The fuel lid and seat both unlock via a rocker switch next to the main knob, streamlining daily use and reducing the fumbling that comes with a traditional key setup. Because the fob never needs to leave a pocket or bag, the whole system also reduces wear on a physical ignition switch, one less mechanical part to eventually replace over years of ownership.
Honda emphasizes nimble handling and a low center of gravity in the ADV160's chassis design, with the engine, drivetrain, and fuel tank mounted low in the frame. The lightweight frame carries optimized rigidity to manage rough back roads without feeling harsh on smooth pavement. Narrow spoke wheels, 12 up front and 10 at the rear, transmit consistent load from rim to axle, giving riders clearer feedback about the road surface and more confidence when conditions turn unpredictable. The low-mounted engine, drivetrain, and fuel tank also help the ADV160 feel more planted at a stop and easier to muscle around in tight parking situations than its adventure-inspired styling might suggest.
Rider and passenger comfort get real attention in the 2027 model. The seat uses 2 different textures and features an elevated rear section, giving the passenger a better view while riding along. Bodywork narrows where the rider sits, creating extra room to shift position on longer trips. A side stand and center stand both come standard, making parking in tight urban spots or gravel lots straightforward, while a 12-volt accessory adapter lets riders keep personal electronics charged during the ride. The narrowed bodywork also makes it easier for shorter riders to reach the ground confidently at stops, a detail that matters as much for everyday confidence as any spec sheet number. Fuel efficiency remains a hallmark of Honda's scooter lineup, and the ADV160 pairs its frugal 157cc engine with a larger-than-average 2.1-gallon fuel tank, translating to solid range between fill-ups for daily commuting or weekend exploring. Pricing stays accessible too, with the 2027 ADV160 carrying a starting MSRP of $4,499, placing it well within reach for riders wanting adventure styling and light off-road composure without stepping up to a full-sized ADV motorcycle. Between the frugal engine, generous tank size, and low ownership costs typical of Honda's scooter lineup, the ADV160 remains one of the more budget-friendly ways to add genuine versatility to a daily 2-wheeled commute.